Good morning, students. I hope you all are fine. So, today we are going to see a play. So, you guys can just guess the title. I will be giving you two pictures. So, from that, you will be guessing the title. So, what does this picture represent? So, is it a forest? Yes. Then the forest is otherwise called jungle. Okay, then jungle plus book, so the title will be Jungle Book. Yes, so today we are going to see the Jungle Book by Rudyard Kipling. Now let's see a small introduction about Rudyard Kipling. So Joseph Rudyard Kipling was English journalist, short story writer, poet and novelist. So he was born on 30th December 1865 in Bombay, India. He lived in India until he was about 6 and went to Britain with his younger sister to do his schooling. His perception of India as a child had shaped the story in the Jungle Book. So his story is being given in the book The Jungle Book. Okay, Kipling's most memorable book is The Jungle Book, which is published in 1894. So you all can take your English textbook and turn to page number 118. So let me read the introduction. The Jungle Book was written by Rudyard Kipling. The book has been attracted by the audience of all ages for its plot, structure and characters. So this book is attracted by all the ages. Children especially enjoy the story as it deals with the early childhood of a boy in the midst of wild animals in the forest. Okay, the main characters are Father Wolf, Mother Wolf, Tapacue. It's a kind of the jackal. You know jackal? I have given this picture, right? It's a type of fox. Okay. Sher Khan. Sher Khan is the tiger, the wild animal. Okay. Next, the narrator, Man cub, the Mowgli, and Wolf's cub. Okay, children. Let's go into the play. Scene 1. The scene opens in a Seeonee Hills. It's 7 o'clock, a Sunday evening, in the middle of the jungle. The moon is yet to rise, and with no stars to brighten the sky, utter darkness surrounded the forest. So, the picture here represents Seeonee Hills. So, this hills is being shown as the opening scene is shown as so dark. So there is no moon. The moon hasn't rise yet. There is no stars, so that the sky is so dark. Now the play opens with the narrator's narration. So narrator says, Father Wolf wakes up from his day's rest, releases and spreads out his paws one after the other to make himself ready for the hunt. Mother Wolf, with her big grey nose, drops her 4 trembling, squealing cubs into the mouth of the cave where they all live. You can see in the picture, the father wolf spreads its paws and get ready for the hunt. And the mother wolf, who is playing with the little cubs. This is the situation going on in the dark forest. Now the father wolf says, it's time to hunt again. Moves down to the spring down hills where he notices a little shadow with a bushy tail at the entrance and whines. So the father wolf notices something inside the bush. So he can feel someone is there. And so who is inside the grass? Tapacue. So Tapacue says, good luck go with you, O chief of wolf, and good luck and strong white teeth go, noble children, that they may never forget the hungry in the world. So Tapacue wishes good luck to the father wolf, and he says he is the chief of wolves and the hungry world will go hunt. So that is what the Tapacue explains or says. Now the father wolf says in a stiffy tone, enter then and look, but there is no food here. So Father Wolf says in a rough tone that there is no prey seen, so how can he hunt? That's what he's coming to say. And now the tobacco says, for a wolf it may not be enough, but for so mean a person as myself, a dry bone is a good feast. So here tobacco says a dry bone itself is enough for tobacco, which means he's saying that for him a bone is enough, but for them it's they need flesh to eat, right? The wolves and all eat flushes, so tobacco can adjust and Father Wolf cannot. And all thanks for the good meal. So he thanks Father Wolf because they eat flesh and leaves of bone, and tobacco, the jackals eat the bones. Then looks at the father and mother wolf, who seems to be uncomfortable. So with the talk of tobacco, the father and mother wolf feels uncomfortable. How beautiful are the noble children! How large are their eyes, and so young too. Tobacco actually describes the children of the wolf cubs of the mother and father wolf. And now tobacco sits still, rejoicing in the mischief that he had made. In spiteful tone he says, now tobacco says something. See, Shere Khan, the big one, has shifted his hunting grounds. He has told me that he will hunt among these hills for the next moon. So tobacco is saying that Shere Khan, who's Shere Khan? Shere Khan, the tiger. Tiger is going to come to these hills for hunting. So he will be staying till the next moon. This was the information given by tobacco. Now the narrator narrates who is Shere Khan. Shere Khan, as we know, Shere Khan is the tiger who lives near Vayaganga river, which is 20 miles away from Seoni Hills. Now Father Wolf angrily talks. He has no rights to come here. By the law of the jungle, he has no rights to change his quarters without due warning. If he comes here, he will frighten every head of the game. Within 10 miles, I have to kill for 2 these days. Now the father wolf is so angry because the Shere Khan, the tiger, hasn't informed, and the jungle animals can get into an information and can go for the hunt. As Shere Khan will be so wild, so he's so angry. They could have get an information before, but this has been not told, and he's coming in a untold way. Now Mother Wolf quietly says his mother did not call him Lungari for nothing. He has been lame in one foot from his birth. That is why he has only killed cattle. Now the villagers of Vayaganga are angry with him, and he has come here to make our villagers angry. They will sow the jungle for him when he is far away, and we and our children must run when the grass is set on fire. Indeed, we are grateful for Shere Khan. So because of Shere Khan, they are being safe in the forest, because with the presence of Shere Khan, the peoples doesn't enter the forest, so that they were safe. If at all the people enters, it's unsafe for them, because the people may fire the plants or trees, so that they should run. The mother and father wolves should run with their wolf cubs to a safe place. So she is giving a grateful appearance to Shere Khan. Now tobacco quietly says, I go, you can hear Shere Khan below in the forest. So now tobacco says that Shere Khan is about to enter the forest. The sound has been indicating. Now scene 2. The narrator narrates, Father Wolf listened, and below in the valley that ran down a little river, he heard the dry, angry whine of a tiger who has caught nothing and does not care it if all the jungle knows it. So here the father wolf is listening to the sound where the tiger is coming. Where is the sound coming from? From the valley, the river near the valley. He can hear a dry sound of a angry tiger. Now Father Wolf says, "The fool to begin a night's work with that noise. Does he think that our bucks are like fast Waigunga bullocks?" And Mother Wolf replies, "Hush, it's neither bullock nor he hunts tonight, it is man." So here the Father Wolf says, is there no time for a man to do things? It's so noisy for them, and there is Sher Khan who is approaching, so it's danger for the men, right? So the Mother Wolf says it may be the man who is working tonight. The narrator narrates, the wind had changed to a sort of humming purr that seemed to come from every quarter of the compass. It was the noise that bewailed woodcutters and the gypsies sleeping in the open and makes them run sometimes into the very mouth of the tiger. So the woodcutters and the gypsies who dance, who has a traditional dance, who dance in a village and goes to another village to show their dance, like that they moves to village. So on the way they sleeps, so they are near the forest sleeping openly. So the woodcutters and the gypsies are sleeping, so they will get afraid with the noise of the tiger. The tiger's noise is being heard on the 4 directions, so it's like the purr sound is every quarter of the compass. The sound is echoing the 4 directions. The Father Wolf says, "Man," showing all his teeth, "Ha! Are they not enough victims and man and all?" He's so like what I say, he's just making a comical character or a comedy with Sher Khan's behavior, that man will be enough, man or the beetles will be enough for Sher Khan's for the prey. And the scene ends like that. So let's wind up and we can see the recap. So in scene 1 we saw the forest is so dark, and the narrator narrates how the situation is. The Father Wolf is getting ready for the next hunt, and the Mother Wolf is playing with the wolf cubs, and Tobacco comes and talks with the Father Wolf about Sher Khan's entry, and Father Wolf gets so angry about Sher Khan, who is not informing him about his arrival. So the Mother Wolf, the Father Wolf and Tobacco discuss among themselves about the arrival of Sher Khan, and in scene 2 we see the entry of Sher Khan. That it doesn't enter, but the indication is being informed in scene 2. The conversation between Father Wolf and Mother Wolf will the forest. Also they explain about the woodcutters and the gypsies who will be afraid of the sound which is echoing in the 4 directions, and the father makes like a comedy that Sher Khan can have the man or a beetle for its prey. So he just make comedy with the Sher Khan. We can see the next 2 scenes in the upcoming sessions. Thank you.